Yo, what's up guys? I'm Heated here. Today I wanted to go over a topic that's pretty big in the gaming community at the moment, and that is Call of Duty Warzone, but more specifically, the game mode called BR Solos. Now I know Call of Duty Warzone is generally renowned as a good game at the moment that a lot of people are indulging in, but I wanted to specifically jump into BR Solos because as a person that, likes exploring games for themselves and enjoying things for themselves and improving on their own, I figured I would check out the solos mode for this game and sort of just give my thoughts and opinions on how I enjoy the mode. But before I jump into the discussion and my overall thoughts about the subject, I just want to say that this video is entirely my opinion, so don't get offended. If you truly enjoy Battle Royale solos and you would do anything, you would die for this mode, please don't get offended. This is just opinion made from my experiences with the mode. So since that's out of the way, Warzone BR Solos is garbage. Yeah. I know this isn't particularly an unpopular opinion, but originally this video was going to be a gameplay video with some short thoughts on the mode at the end, but now, since I've come to this conclusion after some playtime of the mode, I wanted to use this video to give some reason to why I don't enjoy Warzone solos. So in short, I'll dumb it down to 3 reasons why I don't like the game mode. The first reason: going for high kill games is heavily discouraged. Now, I know there's a lot of different ways to play video games. Some people like to prefer to play passively, some people like to play more aggressively, and some people like to make the smart decisions and be somewhere in between. But personally, I feel like Battle Royale solos is not very good for content creation in the fact that I can't keep my viewers entertained by going for high kill games when playing solos. Now, this is because the way Warzone essentially works is Warzone does not promote fighting really, or it doesn't promote, making moves without thinking necessarily. So in Warzone, I'm basically talking about third parties and essentially camping and things like that. If you want to go for high kill games and push a large amount of people, if you do this in solos, you're way more likely to get third party by 20 other threats. And in Warzone, your interactions can be ended in a blink of an eye simply by just being shot in the back a couple times. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're trying to go for high kill games, it's really hard in the fact that there's 150 people on the map, all fending off and all fighting against each other. You don't really have a lot of leeway because you don't have a team, and since you're solo, you're at a high risk if you decide to engage in a fight that other people will come, or if you try to push on somebody, that it's very likely they may have the upper advantage inside a building or things like that due to camping, and that just makes it really hard to keep the game entertaining. As it is a battle royale, it goes on for over 20 minutes, so it's really hard in the solos game mode specifically. Now this is not impossible in like the trios game mode, because the teammates give a lot of leeway. There's call outs and there's plays to be made. There's less camping, and really trios just makes it a lot easier to go for high kill games compared to solos. Solos is really just overall a snooze fest in compared to the other modes. Alright, so now for the second reason for why I don't like BR solos. Fun fact, I'm actually re-recording this because the first time I recorded this, I got too intricate when it came to my explanation, and it really made it stretched out and bad, so I'm going to try and keep this short and concise. Camping is extremely prevalent at all points of the game in Warzone. Now what I mean by this, camping is just way too meta in this game. You can camp and you're guaranteed to get late game as long as you don't make any antsy moves or anything like that. There's literally no reason why you should go out and fight if you can stay in and camp, and you could have almost a guaranteed ticket to the end of the game. There's no reason why you wouldn't come out of camping, because camping outside of a house is pretty much the optimal position to have. If someone tries to push into you from the house, it's likely that they're not going to know where you are, but just sound whoring or just knowing that the person entered is enough for you to have the advantage, whether it's from a certain angle or from the roof looking down from the stairs. Whatever it is, you're always going to have the optimal position or optimal advantage inside of a house. The only real counterplay to a person camping is like a rocket launcher or other, usage of lethal grenades and Molotov, stuff like that. But even then, that stuff's not really guaranteed if the other person does not know where you are. So really, the problem with this is there's only one kind of playstyle. If you want to win, camping is really the optimal and only way you should play in solos. If you try to play aggressive, you're likely going to get punished heavily. And if you try to play somewhere in the middle and go for some kills while still trying to play campy, you're still putting yourself at a serious risk. Camping really is the only way to sort of play consistent and get yourself those top placements. This makes the game extremely boring from a content perspective, as well as it's just not as fun for most people, including myself, to just sit inside of a house and wait for someone to pass by outside or someone to enter the house and look for you. And my third and final point, skill-based matchmaking. Now, this is also a very popular topic at the moment. Skill-based matchmaking is really happening in any real multiplayer game, and this is sort of a problem. Now, while some people, maybe the top level of players, may not mind skill-based matchmaking simply because they're better than everyone else, but the majority of players, including streamers who happen to be good at the game, seem to dislike skill-based matchmaking. What's the reason for disliking skill-based matchmaking? Well, this goes along with my first point, that high kill games are extremely difficult, and this is because if everyone's playing at the same level as you in a battle royale, that's giving you a 1 out of 150 chance in Warzone, right? So if you're dealing with 149 other people that are all going to be about the same skill level as you, it's going to be extremely difficult to pull off high kill games, whether even to pull a win, things like that. It's very difficult for people to play the game casually. And the problem is here that it makes it a lot less enjoyable as far from a content perspective. Now, this is also a problem in the trios game mode, but I wanted to specifically cover skill-based matchmaking in solos, because if you're facing a bunch of other solo players that are also the same skill as you, it's going to be way more difficult than a trios game where every other trio is the same skill as your trio, because there's a lot more ways that you can outplay the other players due to communication and overall just like working together in teamwork. There's more factors to it. When you include skill-based matchmaking in solos, it really just adds to the other reasons that I stated before. Going for high kill games is impossible. Camping is even more prevalent, because what's the point in getting in a fight when it's extremely difficult if everyone's going to be around the same skill level as you? And while I'm not a very skilled player, I know I am being matched with people similar to my skill, because I've never found a single person while playing solos that is actually bad. There's going to be people who always shoot back. A lot of the time, there's going to be 50-50 fights where I'm shooting, the other person's shooting, and we're both just really betting on who can hit more shots. And it can be difficult. It can be extremely difficult at most majorities of the time, because everyone is going to be the same skill level as you. With these reasons, as well as the game just functioning better as a team setting, I believe that solos is an annoying snooze fest that I will likely stay away from. If the time comes, I may give the mode a second chance and try to put more time into it. But for now, in my opinion, Warzone BR solos sucks. That's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like as well as subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to be bringing some more content, hopefully on Warzone, as well as some Apex Legends content, and even some games that's maybe outside the realm of shooter and battle royale games. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely stay tuned. But that's going to be all for today's video. So I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.